Okay.
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
So I do like that we have some random dialogue that will be heard throughout exploring the worlds. Right off the bat, I do see a lot of greenery, mountain ranges in the background. It will be interesting to see if we can actually go to those places, but I highly doubt it, honestly, with the way that the game is kind of set up. I would doubt that you can go to those mountain ranges, but if you could, that would be insane. Um, the mere fact that you can actually ride a mount and just free roam shows that the scale must be pretty big. It shows that there would be a reason for needing this mount. Otherwise, you know, the map would be pretty small if you weren't having a mount. So it's pretty cool. Now we know that we're not going to be able to play Quidditch in the game, but I have a feeling that it is going to be something that they're going to release. I'm not sure if they confirm that or not, but usually with games like this, they want people to play it through first before they get distracted with a lot of the side activities. They want people to really enjoy the story and focus on that, as opposed to just playing quick games like that. But it also keeps it fresh, allows devs to keep adding improvements, such as the ability to play Quidditch. I do think the sound in the game sounds amazing when you're flying on this broom. Let's go ahead and see if we can skip to some new areas. So that is interesting. I wonder if you can swim in this game. That would be pretty cool if you could. See if he goes in the water. Can't enter while mounted. Alright, there you go. That's awesome. I do like that. I do like that seamless transition from being in the air, going into a cave, exploring it. I assume you'd have to do some missions, some side quests before you can get access to all the realms or all the regions, all the different zones, such as that door right there. Nice little detail there. The current kind of pushes you back if you're not moving. That's cool. These are the type of things you like to see in games like this, because you really want to feel immersed, especially in a Harry Potter world. You think of like Universal Studios, they really do a good job making you feel like you're actually there. And that's something the game needs to capitalize on, and I think they do well so far with the environment. Really feels alive from what I'm seeing. Got a little dialogue here. Nice.
What are you doing out here?
Challenging you to a game of Summoner's Court. I think it's time you faced a real opponent, outside of Ronan's little lesson in charms class. Summoner's Court isn't just a game. It's a battle of skill. A
Wow,
test
that
of a
looks
witch or
amazing.
wizard's mettle. What say?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game.
Leander.
Accio.
So from what I understand, this game is who can roll the ball the furthest
Try to
without
beat that.
actually hitting it off the table. So it's a cool little mini game they got going on. I assume there are going to be a lot of these throughout the world,
Accio.
but who knows? You know, I'm not too interested in these things, as more the combat and the the free world roaming aspect, but it is kind of
Nothing to
cool
it.
to be able to you know, interact with different NPCs around the worlds.
Accio.
Let's go ahead and skip through this part.
Right,
All right.
fine. You're right. You're better than me. I'll let the others know you're good enough to keep playing.
The others.
I lost 7 matches in a row to Samantha Dale. The others who play Summoner's Court thought that if you couldn't beat me, you wouldn't be enough of a challenge.
Chin up, Leander. Keep practicing and you'll get better.
I suppose you're right. I'll let the others
So
know that your metal's been tested and that you passed.
I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of skill tree or competitiveness within this particular game right here. I'm assuming as you get better, as you defeat more people, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of side quests and missions, rewards that you're going to get from winning those games. That's perfect. You really love to see like seamlessness when moving between outside to inside. No loading screen there. I'm not sure if there are loading screens in this game.
What am I missing?
You know, I have seen a few different gameplay videos released over the past couple days, and you notice how the characters are kind of just stationary in groups talking to each other. I've seen this exact scene multiple times. I'd like to hope that as the story progresses, you see more randomness between the AI and the NPCs, more like free roam, you know, similar to like a Grand Theft Auto style where the world kind of interacts off your movements. Red Dead Redemption is another one that comes to mind, but it's not the biggest deal. It would be cool to see some more randomness.
Am I missing?
Keeps it feel a little bit more immersed rather than feeling like it's a lot scripted. From what I understand, there will be many scripted scenarios.
Goodness, you really are in one piece.
I know that in some questing situations you're not able to go out of the zone, or you'll fail the quest, things like that. You know, I'm not too much of a fan of that. I like the ability to free roam, do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, it is a story mode game, and I'm sure they're doing a good job with it. I mean, the atmosphere looks amazing. I could spend a good 10, 15 hours just exploring in this game for sure. I could see right off the bat before really getting into the story mode in general. Now, from what I understand, there's about 70 hours of gameplay to completion, but you know, depending on how fast you want to run through that, could be longer. That's a good amount, I think, in a free roam style game where you can do other things. You don't have to just focus on the story and be locked into that.
Professor, nice. Something in there.
Wow. This just feels amazing. I mean, just makes me feel like a kid again.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
I love the pan around the room. I love that. Let us see what's really going on. And we haven't even got into any of the combat footage, and it's already feeling very good, very immersive, very entertaining. I think the biggest concern when this game was coming out is how would the combat feel. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to be casting spells and fighting people pretty intuitively. So I'm sure we're going to see some more of that later in this clip.
The sorting hat took ages to sort that poor first year from Upper Hogsfield. Couldn't find a strong enough trait, is my guess. How awkward.
And I assume that dialogue is going to be relating somewhat to the story and the where you are in the story. It's going to change throughout. I assume these scenes are going to change. Some of the NPCs will be doing different things as you progress through the story. Not sure what the point of that is, but I guess it's just a cool little touch. Decent looking fire. See if we can skip through this a little bit. What was that? Oh, sneaking into the restricted section. Hmm. You know, it is surprisingly quiet and eerie around the Hogwarts in this current scene, at least. Okay. We're looking at the start menu here. I like this. Looks pretty clean. A lot of options to choose from. Got the quest. Alright, I like that. I like that a lot. You can see they took a lot of time with the UI, making it feel nice and smooth, different than other games you see. They got that magic element incorporated within the UI too. But yeah, it is kind of cool. You can hear echoes. You can kind of feel the tall roofs and feel how kind of like cold it must be in that building. Not too much chatter. Kind of peaceful. But I'd like to think that as you progress, it's going to become more hectic throughout the worlds.
What are you up to now?
See if we get some gameplay fighting.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
Okay, I like that. I like that. That the NPC is kind of talking about something that happened, you know, elsewhere in the world. Makes you feel a little bit more immersed when they do stuff like that, rather than just scripted dialogue all throughout the way. When it changes to the actions that you make, that's what you like to see. So far, no loading screens. We're moving through every building quite seamlessly. Does it look like there will be some lock picking in this game with that level 1 lock there. I'm not sure how that's gonna work.
Only one time per week I can plunge the boy's lavatory. Not for the meek.
Please, Peeves, you'll make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp. Sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms. So I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I
Wonder how long that dialogue would last. And is that random, or does it have somewhat to do with like an Easter egg or something? We don't know. Man.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Let's see. I think this is where we're gonna get some spell fighting, things like that. As far as I know, Lucan is the kid you talk to get some practice in. See if he'll go ahead and do
told me
that.
to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course.
Yes, sir.
Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So,
Nice, I like that.